The bright stage lights illuminated the young girl as she stepped nervously into the spotlight. She was only 10 years old, clutching the microphone with both trembling hands. Her tiny frame looked almost swallowed by the grand stage of America's Got Talent. The crowd murmured softly, some smiling kindly, others skeptical. "She's so young," one whispered. "I hope she doesn't freeze." Simon leaned forward, curious. "Hello, sweetheart," he said warmly. "What's your name?" "Mia," she stammered, her voice barely a whisper. "And how old are you, Mia?" 10. The audience collectively went, "Ah," as the little girl smiled shyly. "What are you going to sing for us today?" asked Sofia Vergara, her eyes sparkling with encouragement. Mia took a deep breath. "I'm going to sing Shallow by Lady Gaga." The audience gasped. Even Simon raised his brows. "That's a big song," he said. "Are you sure you're ready?" She nodded, hesitant but determined. The music began. The opening chords echoed through the studio. Mia closed her eyes, took one more breath, and then she sang. Her voice soared, strong, soulful, powerful beyond her age. The first note alone stunned the judges. By the time she reached the chorus, the crowd was on their feet. Simon's expression went from surprise to awe. He leaned back, smiling, then shook his head in disbelief. "She sounds like Lady Gaga," he whispered to Heidi. Mia's voice carried emotion, confidence, and a maturity that no one expected. She hit every high note with grace and fire, and when she sang, "I'm off the deep end," the entire audience erupted in applause mid-song. When she finished, there was silence, the kind that only happens when something magical just occurred. Then, suddenly, thunderous cheers filled the room. Sofia stood, clapping. Heidi had tears in her eyes. And Simon, he smiled, slowly pressing his golden buzzer. Gold confetti rained down. Mia covered her face, crying with disbelief and joy. Simon walked up to her on stage. "That," he said gently, "was unbelievable. You have a gift, one that only comes once in a lifetime." The cameras zoomed in on Mia's tear-streaked face as her mother ran from backstage to hug her. The little girl looked up at the confetti, whispering softly, "Thank you." The judges stood to applaud again as the host exclaimed, "A voice like Lady Gaga, and she's only 10. Fade out on the golden confetti shimmering in the spotlight. Overnight, Mia became a worldwide sensation. Her performance was uploaded to YouTube and hit 10 million views in just 48 hours. Clips of her singing circulated everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, news channels. Headlines read, "Greater than 10-year-old brings Lady Gaga vibes to AGT stage." Simon speechless as little girl nails Shallow. Even Lady Gaga herself reposted the video with the caption, "Speech balloon, incredible talent. Keep shining, little star." Mia sat on her bed, scrolling through messages of love and support, her golden buzzer trophy shining beside her. "Mom," she whispered, "I did it." Her mom smiled, brushing her hair gently. "You didn't just sing, baby, you soared." Cut to the AGT stage weeks later, the semifinals. Mia walked back out, this time glowing with confidence, smiling at the cheering audience. Simon leaned over to Sofia and said, "Remember when she walked out shy? Look at her now." Mia took the mic, looked up, and said softly, "This one's for all the little girls who think they're too small to dream big." The crowd erupted before she even sang a note. Fade out on her voice echoing through the hall, strong and pure, the sound of a child who became a star.